Look at this. This didn't come with no preconditions. This didn't come with, Minister Ojo, when they get saved, I'ma die for them. When they get right, I'ma die for them. When they start coming to church every Sunday, I'ma die for them. You see, but I stopped by to tell somebody this morning, you ain't gonna never get yourself right. You ain't gonna never be like you ought to be. You ain't gonna never be the person that you think you should be. But you're gonna have to come to the Lord and throw your hands up in the air and say, Lord, it's not my will, God. God, but it's your will be done, God. God, it's no will I, God. But it's you, Christ, that lives down on the inside of me, God. God, I was just been dragged through the mud, God. And I need you to wash me with your blood. While we were yet sinners. While we were yet sinners. You see, and some of us, we still are sinners, but I stopped by to tell you this morning that what love got to do with it. You see, love will let you look God face to face in the eye and say, God, I'm a sinner, but I'm sorry. Lord, I'm a sinner, but I'm sorry. Lord, forgive me of my sins, God. God, forgive me of my ways, God. God, forgive me of my transgressions, God. And He loves you so much, He say, I'll forgive you. You ain't got to rub my feet, I forgive you. You ain't got to cook me no meals, I forgive you. You ain't got to do nothing special for me, I forgive you. You see, that's the kind of God I serve. The kind of God that says you don't need no preconditions in order for me to forgive you. All you got to do is repent. Look at this. What's love got to do with it? And Romans says, beloved, let us love one another, for love is God. Wait a minute, Pastor Scott, that's too deep for me. I can't even understand that. Go a little bit further. If love is God, you can't tell me that I love you, but I ain't got God on the inside of me. Oh, wait a minute. How can I love my wife when I don't love God? How can I love my husband when I don't love God? You see, how can I love my kids when I don't love God? You see, you got to have God down on the inside of you, because when you get God down on the inside of you, He'll teach you how to be a husband. He'll teach you how to be a wife. He'll teach you how to be a mother. He'll teach you how to be a father, because your ways are of the world. He don't want you to be trying to teach nobody. He wants you to have Him down on the inside of you. Look at this. Look at this. It says, for love is God, and everyone that loveth is born of God and knoweth God. Pastor Scott, so if I love my neighbor, I love God. That's what it says. Pastor Scott, if I love those that despitefully misuse me, God, I love God. If I love those that talk about me, I love God. If I love those that mistreat me, I love God. If I love those that always spitting on me, I love God. If I love those that just want to take my money, I love God. That's right. Then it goes on and say that he that loveth not knoweth not God. There's a lot of people that got hate in their heart. They got hate in their heart because somebody abused them when they was a child. They got hate in their heart because their daddy wasn't around when they was a kid. You see, they got hate in their heart because their mama dropped them in the trash can. You see, they got hate in their heart because the auntie had to raise them and the mama kept the other 6 kids. So they got hate in their heart. But the Bible lets you know right here, you can't have no hate in your heart. Because if you got hate in your heart, you can't love God. Come on, Pastor Scott, go back to the word. And it says, knoweth not God. In his ways manifested the love of God. In his way. Come on, somebody. In his way. In his ways manifested the love of God. Pastor Scott, what are you trying to say right there? The way I treat people show if I really love God. The way that I walk will show that I really love God. The way that I talk will show that I really love God. The way that I work will show that I really love God. The way that I interact with people will show that I really love God. It ain't the money that you spend on them for Valentine's Day, but it's the love that's in your heart and the way that you treat them, the way that you talk to them, the way that you do things for them. That will show you if the love of God is in you. Look at this, look at this, look at this. And this was manifested the love of God towards us. Because that God sent his only begotten Son. He sent his only begotten son. Somebody look at that and say, his what? His only begotten son. Come on, let's look at it one more time. His what? His only begotten son. Pastor Scott, wait a minute now. You going too fast. Break that down. He didn't send his son that wouldn't take out the trash. He didn't send his son that wouldn't wash the dishes. You see, he wouldn't send his son that didn't make good grades in school. You see, but he loved me so much that he sent his what? His only begotten son. Oh God, I don't understand, God. You mean to tell me, God, you love me just that much? That you would send your only son? God, you love me just that much that you will send your son that you don't know what's going to happen to him when he get down here? But guess what he say? I'm the author and the finisher. Oh God, I wish I had a witness in here this morning. He say, I'm the beginning and the end. You see, I am the Alpha and the Omega. You see, so I already knew what was going to happen to my son in the first place because my word said that his footsteps was ordered from the beginning of time. So I wasn't worried about it. Really, I sent him for your sake. Oh, see, y'all missed that right there. You see, I wasn't worried about him taking the beatings because I said in my word, I never put more on you than you can bear. Oh, see, y'all didn't get that. You see, I wasn't worried about him not having peace because the word say I'll give him peace that passes all understanding. I'll give him joy, unspeakable joy. So I knew what was going to happen to him when he showed up on the scene anyhow. But he didn't show up for himself. Because he was already sitting at the right hand side of the Father. You see, he didn't show up for the Holy Spirit because the Holy Spirit was already there. But he showed up for Pastor Scott. He showed up for New Beginnings Church. He showed up for you. He showed up for the United States of America. So you can look at God face to face and I will say, job well done, oh good and faithful servants. What's love got to do with it? You see, well, Pastor Scott, what are you trying to say this morning? I'm trying to say, what's love got to do with it? Love has everything to do with it. Oh, see, I'm going somewhere. Love has everything to do with it. Yeah, I said love has everything to